Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head, and hopefully you like this video. And hit that subscribe button. Before we get into this video, again, on Post-Alonso, give you an update. A couple of things, a few things actually. First up, we got another super thanks from Mr. Jones, 4384. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. Whenever the channel gets a super thanks, you get a shout out in the video, whatever future video it is, and a thank you in the community post. So you get double thank you from me. Also, I would mention that we have memberships here. We have two new members. Let me read you the names: William Amrine and Joey Caravello. I thank you very much. And of course, the purpose of the memberships is very simple. I'm trying to get a new computer where I can record the videos and edit them on there so that you have better audio and better visual part to the video. Quite frankly, that's what I'm trying to do. Very upfront about it, and hopefully become members. I would mention at the end of this video again, I am doing an experiment over the next month, trying to bring in people that are returning subscribers or returning viewers watching. The numbers are sort of weird. They've gone up. The returning people, it started out at the beginning of the week of 16,000 people returning. This was on Monday, and 17,000 now on Thursday. So the number has gone up over the last few days, but I'll have a completely updated version of it and give you an idea of where the channel is going. The next big goal is to get to 7,500. And obviously next is 10,000 subscribers. I need your help to do those things, especially if you're a returning viewer. Please subscribe. Very important to the channel, and it gives me and gives us more gravitas. So here we go. This is from New York Post. Obviously, a lot of stuff happened today. Actually, there was some news today with the Mets. Mets re-signed Jesse Winker on a 1-year, $8 million contract. Because it seems like the Mets are basically moving away from Post-Alonso. Things did not work out, I guess, in the contract situation. And now the Mets are looking elsewhere. I'm not totally sold on what's been reported about what they're trying to do. I think they kind of just sort of, I don't think they want to show their hand. But Pete, well, let me get into the article and then we'll get into how I look at it. What the Mets were offering Post-Alonso before talks broke down. The Mets made what they perceived as a last-ditch effort to sign Post-Alonso by offering him a 3-year contract in the $68 million to $70 million range. And when that was rejected, began their pivot away from their slugging first baseman. The Post has learned, which this actually turned out to be a little bit more than what Christian Walker got. Christian Walker got a 3-year deal of $60 million. The first step was to add another bat by re-signing Jesse Winker for 1 year at $7.5 million. The word is from little Andy Martino of SNY that it was $8 million. They now try to bolster their pen by playing at the top of the relief market, and the number one asset available is lefty Tanner Scott. I believe the Mets are going to sign him. I believe they could do that. I would mention Edwin Diaz has an opt-out after this season. So if Edwin were to leave, and here's the thing about David Stearns: if you're a reliever, he won't, and he can't come to the agreement, he'll let you walk. I mean, he did that to Josh Hader. He traded him before he lost any value. The Mets did not send out a statement that the Alonso era was done. They have come to believe, without some unexpected late reversal, that this is it, kaput. The Alonso camp had made the Mets a 3-year proposal with average annual values way beyond where the Mets were comfortable going. So the Mets counter of an offer that would be worth more than 3 years to $60 million, at which Christian Walker signed with the Astros this offseason. And the Mets were giving him a solid 3-year contract, basically no opt-outs. And Pete wanted the opt-outs. This bid included opt-outs for Alonso that, if he rejected and stayed, would have carried the offer at least slightly beyond $70 million. But Alonso was looking for more, and the Mets came to believe the gap was going to just be too great to close. Thus, they signed Winker to a deal that could rise to $9 million if he hits all of his bonuses. The current plan, and I'm not a believer of this for 1 second, because this is not a plan for a team that wants to go to the World Series. The current plan is to shift Mark Vientos to first and have Luis Angel Acuna, Brett Baty, and Ronnie Mauricio vie for third base. Now, here's the thing. There was an update on Ronnie Mauricio today from Mike Puma. He is not ready to play baseball. He's still rehabbing that knee that he hurt in December of 2023. So he is not ready. And the belief is he's not going to be ready for opening day. So they're already down a man. So I'm not 100% sold on this. The Mets will hope Juan Soto in particular and a full season Winker helps offset any loss of Alonso's might. And they will try to be stronger elsewhere by capitalizing on a free agent relief market that's mainly not moved. Besides Scott, Carlos Estevez, Kenley Jansen, David Robinson, and Kirby Yates remain among the many still available. The Mets had informed Alonso's camp in recent days that the time was short to make an agreement because the organization did not want to miss out on other opportunities, waiting for the slugger to decide if he would accept the team's offer. That's basically what we talked about yesterday. Now, next week, I said this, on January 25th, the Mets have their Fan Fest. It's the first ever they've had. That is, to me, is the deadline. This will all be resolved by then. The article continued. The Mets with Billy Epler then, as general manager, had made a 7-year, $158 million extension offer to Alonso in 2023, in June. He rejected it. Since then, Dave Stearns took over the baseball operations. Stearns does not like to give weighty contracts to players in their 30s, especially non-athletic corner players, and he emphasizes defense. That led the Mets to changing their view on how to proceed with Alonso. Fan favorites is third all-time, and franchise homers with 226. Alonso's now is very likely to end up elsewhere. The Blue Jays, who have had difficulty recruiting big-name players to Canada and have a huge hunger to reverse that, are seen as a strong contender now in the Alonso sweepstakes. If the Blue Jays sign Alonso, they could pair him with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., with Guerrero moving to his original third base and or flip-flopping first and DH at bats with Alonso. Now, I had said if the Mets were to bring in, re-sign Pete and bring in Guerrero, they could put him at third. Somebody told me that was crazy. He's not a third baseman. Well, if the Blue Jays are thinking of that, who would know better than the Blue Jays, right? He's a player that's been with them all those years, right? To the guy who said that to me. But a couple of things. You have Pete, who I was thinking about this coming home today. I think Pete at some point thought he was going to get a an Aaron Judge style contract where he was going to get a lot of money. I think he thought he was going to get $300 million. That his value was there. And I think the pressure of not signing that deal last year, probably being a little ticked off that Mets didn't offer him that. I think it bothered him. So he fired his agent, and he thought that, well, if I change agents, I'll give more money if I bring in Scott Boras. Well, that did not work out. And I also think that because of Brandon Nimmo's contract, I think he kind of looked at it, that he would get that. Now, as the article says, Pete is not the most athletic. Horseface is athletic. Brandon Nimmo is athletic. They could do other things other than play defense, and hit the ball in the ballpark. But I think Pete really wrecked his free agency. And I said that. I've been saying it all winter long. That he should have taken the deal last year from the Mets. It was a fair deal. This offer they put in on the table was fair, to be honest with you. It's over $25 million a year. I mean, it's not bad. Or 20-something million, whatever it is. It is not a bad deal. And I don't begrudge him wanting more money. So I really feel that both sides have treated each other fairly, but now it's gotten to a point now. It's time to decide what to do here. And I think the Mets are making their move now. Now, I'd gotten word that things were going to start picking up on Tuesday. An anonymous account's been writing to me, on Tuesday. And he said to me that keep an eye on Tuesday or Monday. Expect something to start to pick up on Tuesday or maybe possibly Wednesday with the Mets, something big. And then obviously on Wednesday we had the whole big story of the Mets having talked to the Blue Jays about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You know, Evan Roberts said something interesting on the way home, back to the hut, that Guerrero Jr. is still the property of the Blue Jays, and they're trying to re-sign him to an extension. He has not been moved. He's not a free agent. The Mets do not need to be waiting around for him next year. This is about 2025. Everybody talks about the following year. Next year, next year, next year. This is next year, okay? 2025 is about getting to the World Series. 2025 is not about waiting another year for another player to become a possible free agent. This is not Juan Soto. This is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is a different animal in terms of personality and whatever is going on with him. Okay. Now, another thing. Okay. Like I said, Pete has screwed up his free agency. My concern is that he's probably damaged his reputation with us. Not with me, but I think a lot of people are very bitter, probably more bitter than really anybody else is, about this whole situation. I'm not, okay? He's doing what he thinks is best for his family and for himself. You would do the same, I would do the same. But clearly, before he fired his previous agent, he got bad advice. And he took it, and he's doubled down on it, and now he's in a predicament where the options aren't great. The Blue Jays, even if they were to sign him, they finished in last place last year. He's got 4 teams that he's got to look up at. He signs the Angels. The Angels are a disaster. Okay, they got a broken down Mike Trout. Anthony Rendon doesn't give a shit. The pitching sucks. Okay, the Cubs. I've heard the Cubs. This is not 2016 Cubs. They got some real interesting opponents in that division. The Brewers are always good. I expect the Reds to take a major step forward this year with that manager and Terry Francona. I expect Ellie De La Cruz to be one of the best players in the game this year. He's probably the 4th or 5th best player in the game. I expect him to have an MVP-style year this year. So it's all going to come together for him and for that team finally. So that division is and the only thing that him going to Chicago would be is he'll hit home runs there. That's probably the best spot for him, to be honest with you. And they'll love him. But beyond that, they have no shot to win. No shot. None. Absolutely nothing. I mean, this isn't 2015, 2016, when they had all elite players. The most elite player they have is Pete Crow Armstrong, and he can't hit a broadside of the barn. He's a great defensive center fielder, but he can't hit. I don't care what his number said from last year. He is a Mark Kotze carbon copy. That's what they said about him when the Mets drafted him back in 2020. Well, let me know what you think about this video. There's a lot of stuff going on. Try to keep you up to date. Again, thanks for the super thanks. Thanks for new members. I will talk to you in a video at some point. Also, at the end of this video, I talk about the numbers over the last month. And I'll have an update on those numbers this Monday. I want to bring in more subscribers into the channel because this will make the channel bring in more revenue, make this a better channel, a stronger channel, better video, better audio. And of course, I need you, especially if you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, hit that subscribe button. A lot of people want to see this channel grow more. People were writing to me yesterday saying they want to see this channel get to 20,000 subscribers. I hope God, amount that God's hears. But please, of course, thank you for watching. Please stay to the end of this video, and I'll see you later. Now, before I go, I kind of failed to mention that a couple of things. The Mets have discussed signing Anthony Santander, but to replace Pete Alonso's power. But they're not sure about his defense at first because he's a first baseman. He's played first, but the outfield, as you know. And a couple other things. They had tried to move Starlin Marte. Nobody wants him. As far as I know. They'd have to really eat a lot of the money. And Jeff McNeil has no value. That's some of the things that have been mentioned today. So much stuff has happened today that I failed to mention that. But I want to thank you. And, of course, keep listening and watching. I'll see you later. Now every video I do, I talk about how much I need subscribers to come on here and watch. And I was going do the numbers, and it's rather interesting that so many people do not subscribe to this channel. And if you're watching this video, you're watching the end of this video where I talk about what I need you to do, there's so many people come in here, and I appreciate people watching, but I really need you to subscribe, because this is a channel that sort of needs to be a little bit, needs to be bigger, you know, I mean, quite frankly. But I was going through the numbers, and this is rather interesting. I have an app on my phone, and it's called the YouTube Creators app. And it gives you an idea of where you are as a channel. And, you know, you're able to track things and be able to figure out how many subscribers you get a month, how many, how much money you bring in, and it's great. But I was going through the viewers, the audience, and I get thousands of people, thousands and thousands of people coming in here and watching the channel. And quite frankly, so many people don't subscribe. Let me just run down some numbers here. We all love baseball, so you're going to like the numbers. Over the last 7 days, starting on January 13th, 2025, I have brought in 81 subscribers. Pretty good. But this channel has about 5,700, soon to be 5,800 subscribers. But we've had 6,700 people return. So there's about 1,000 people, I'm assuming, that hasn't subscribed. Please subscribe. And there have been new people coming in. About 1,700 people, close to 1,800 people, have come in that are new people. So over the last 7 days, this is just the last week, 8,500 people have come in, and your host has only gotten 81 subscribers. You have to subscribe. It's very meaningful to me. It brings in a lot more people in, and it's not just, I think that, I don't know much about this. I'm starting to learn. You know, every day you learn more every day about YouTube. But the one thing I've noticed is that when you get a boost, and the next boost is 7,500, the money tends to go up. Now, I'm trying to really do different things here, trying to get a computer, and I've been asking people to become members, and people have become members, but I need a little bit more from people watching. Over the last 28 days, I brought in 295 subscribers. The month's been very good. Now, the month of December is very strong. Returning people, you won't believe this. Over 16,000 people returning. And out of the 5,700, 11,000 have not subscribed. Please subscribe. New people. We've had about 12,000 people come in that are new. And out of the two numbers, that's 28,000 people have watched videos over the last 28 days. And the channel's only brought in 295 subscribers. Over the last 90 days, this is the last 3 months, we've had 24,000 people return. So we're talking about 19,000 people have not subscribed. So if you watch the videos, there's no reason not to subscribe, especially if you're returning. And 36,000 people are new over the last 90 days. Incredible numbers. That's basically an average of 12,000 people per month. That's new. That's new. And obviously the overall number is 60,000 people. 60,000 people have come in to watch this channel, and only 639 people have subscribed. There's no reason not to subscribe to this channel. I do daily videos. I'll do as many live streams as I would like, but you know, I'm busy and I got a lot of responsibility, so it makes it difficult. But you need to subscribe. It'll really expand this channel, and this is the best mess channel. And the reason being is very simple. Very simple. I'm way ahead of the curve when it starts talking about things. Your host was the first to discuss the Mets possibly putting Brandon Nimmo as a designated hitter. You're starting to see that. I'm also a person from 4 years ago that predicted the Mets were going to make a trade for Francisco Lindor. So I've been very much ahead of the game in terms of discussing what's going on with our favorite team, the Mets. And I talk about all the teams here for the most part. So it's not just a Mets channel, but it's also a baseball channel. So I would hope and I would really pray that you subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me and my family. And it's a way to sort of expand more, help me get a computer, get the computer much faster than I've been trying to do it. We're getting there, but I need more help, and I need you to subscribe. So, thank you, and I'll see you later.